Showtime, baby. Showtime. Showtime. Mm. Hey, yo, what's up, investors? Oh shit! Congratulations. Dang, our boy Cave Trader. That's his second payout, man, in less than 24 hours. Congratulations, bro. Congratulations. They're gonna start calling you Payout Cave now. Payout Cave. How long have you been in this account? How long you been trading that one? God damn. God damn. Damn, gold. Relax. Mm. I think that's induced. I don't trust that. Ah, shit. Hold on. Did this happen? Oh, no way. Hold on. Did this happen? Ah. Oh. Oh, man. Ah. Did this happen for real? No way. Ah, man. Okay. I made a mistake this morning. I made a mistake. I see where I was wrong. I see where I was wrong. Hmm. Yo, congratulations. You know what, K Trader? I think I may take a page from your book. I was thinking about this last night. I was thinking about this deeply last night. That internal war that we as traders, we all go through. Do we over leverage, or do we take the consistent small wins with smaller size? I do not like the restrictions of trading the bigger size, but I do like the fact that I can be one and done. The less trades that I take, the more often that I win. However, it puts a lot of pressure because I only have one trade, and I become hesitant at levels where normally I wouldn't be. And honestly, I believe that's what causes me to trade on tilt, because I guess for the lack of better words, from a logical standpoint, like how you wait for something, or I guess this is a better way of actually explaining this. It's like doing the work and not getting paid for your work. And when the check comes up short or your check comes up missing, what do you normally do? Do you let that shit slide? Or do you get paid what you owed? I think that's what's happening internally with me. I'm putting it all on one trade. It's highly probable to work. When it doesn't work, I feel like I waited patiently. There was a bunch of setups that I did not take. Waiting patiently for this one, and then I wait patiently for it, and then it doesn't work. It's like I saw a video that explained this kind of perfectly. It's like trading is the only thing in the world where you can wait all day for your setup, and then it takes 5 minutes to either lose or win. And I think that's the issue. So what I've decided to do, and you played a big part of it too, because you only trade one micro contract, and you built all of your accounts up over time, and now they're ready for payout. So I guess what I'm gonna start doing is actually trading smaller size and trading more often, which will alleviate a lot of the pressure, and I can take more trades. But that doesn't necessarily mean well, I'm doing pretty well on silver, just trading one micro contract. I won't waste my time trading one micro contract on gold. But what I will do is we talk about like the fib levels a lot. So what I've decided, I'm going to mark out the current trading range, and depending on how far back the market goes will determine how big my position size is. If I'm trading at the 50% of a range, I'm only going to have a 3 micro contract to start off. And if I can potentially get into more, I'll definitely try. But y'all guys know that I don't scale in. I don't play that scale in game. I don't play that. But another idea that I had was actually just having the market. So instead of trying to look for perfect entries, but I don't like that, man. I don't like that. But instead of looking for perfect entries, I can play the scale in game. Like I have 3 levels that I particularly look at. It's usually the bottom of a range, the middle of a range, and the top of the range. What I could potentially start doing is actually just setting limits at all 3, and then having a stop somewhere down here, have the market fill all those orders, and then see a move like that. Or if I don't get the move I'm looking for, I'll probably take like maybe a $300, $500 loss right there at that stop. I really got to think about this because I don't like the restriction of I just don't like the restriction. I really don't. So I got to figure something out, and I got to stick to it. Hey, yo, what's up, Alfred? And honestly, I thought about that, man. I thought about it. I may actually implement that with the Top Step instead of trading. I thought about that. What I was considering copy trading all of my accounts like that. Okay. So this is probably what I will do. Man, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm not gonna copy trade my existing accounts. I'm a firm believer in if I didn't copy trade those accounts to get them to the to a funded stage, if I traded those accounts individually, I'm gonna keep those accounts individual. So I won't do it with those. But what I will do is the next batch of accounts I will purchase specifically to copy trade. Specifically. And then we'll rock it like that. But I don't know, man. Top Step doesn't allow gold, and I usually on the eval stage, I usually just trade heavier size just to get this shit over with. But hey, what's up, Tony Gold? What's up? Yeah, I mean, I don't have a problem copy trading my accounts. I don't have a problem with that. It's just that the ones that I didn't copy trade, I'm not going to copy trade those at all. I have my 3 walls: Wall Rose, Wall Maria, Wall Rose, and Wall Sheena. And those are my 3 walls. But I will purchase probably 2 more 50Ks because I think at the discounted price it's like $70. So I'm gonna copy trade those. In that 100K, I'm considering using that 100K exclusively for Nasdaq. I'm considering it. I'm definitely considering it. Exclusively for Nasdaq. It just feels like every time I take a step forward with Nasdaq, she pushes me back. Oh, seriously? Wow. So Top Step has like a 30% off right now. It runs until the 20th, so I have until the 20th. So you say that sometimes it messed up and wow. And they're getting hit with hedges, with quote unquote hedging. That's messed up. Yeah, I'm definitely. It's that stupid song is stuck in my head, man. All right. silver just slowed down so significantly, man. It's getting to the point to where I may have to probably copy trade my accounts potentially. Silver is so slow now. She's an old lady now. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous how slow she moves at this point. I mean, they really did kill silver. They killed her. They killed her. Okay. Okay, let me look at the Nasdaq real quick then. All right, so let's see what's going on with Nasdaq. Yeah, I might just and then oh, that shit's all the way up there. That's pretty cool. Yeah, honestly, I can't look at the bank. Okay. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm definitely gonna structure this thing. I'm gonna take more trades more often, trade smaller size, and just build my account like that over time because yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, it definitely does, man. Oh, so you got a free 100K reset? How'd you get that? And you know what? If that's the case, Top Step should be able to take accountability for, something that their system did. At least that would make sense, right? Okay, actually, we're about to. Hold on, is this Nasdaq? Yeah. I mean, Nasdaq already did it, right? Yeah, Nasdaq already broke above that. Broke above that high. It's crazy enough. Yeah, it broke above that high, so. Shit. I think I missed the. I think I missed the opportunity. I wasn't paying attention to Nasdaq, and I think I missed it. Yeah, I missed it. Mm. Oh shit, they had a fire. Wow, they had a fire drill last week. Wow, that's wow. We haven't had one of those in a while. Was it because they got to 200K subscribers? You know what? I think that's how I should moving forward. I think that's what I should do, right? I think that's what I should do. Okay. Look at that. Who says the Nasdaq doesn't have structure? Who says the Nasdaq doesn't trade based on structure? Okay. Oh. I wonder why. I wonder why. That's interesting that they have restrictions on who can win. They haven't had that before. I wonder if there's things going on behind the scenes. Okay. All right. So, going back to gold. I'll just focus on gold. Yeah, it seems like we have inflationary data coming out this afternoon. We're gonna have the FOMC minutes being released. Unless this thing crashes out, I mean, I wouldn't short gold right now. Silver's not doing anything. I'm looking at silver right now and watching her be an old lady. Just grinding higher. So both gold and silver is grinding higher. So I would definitely want to trade the pullback here. Because we got the break, so that's another break of structure. So trading a pullback is probably the best option here. Oh, so you used it already? Yeah, one of the reasons why I stopped waiting for the resets is because it enabled bad behavior. If I know I got a reset, well shit, what's gonna stop me from full porting and getting lucky? Because I mean the worst that can happen is I have to start over, but I got a reset, so I mean it's not like it's any loss for real. And I caught myself doing that earlier on, so I just kind of stopped doing it. All right. And we're not really getting any good setups. Yeah, the 150Ks are expensive now. They are definitely expensive. Yeah, I'll probably get 250Ks before the. I'll probably get 250Ks. If I do get 250Ks, I really don't know what I would trade. I really don't know. They did lift the restrictions on gold, so I'll be able to trade at least 5 micro gold contracts. You know what? Okay, I think that's what I'll do. That's what I will do. I'll get two more 50K accounts for gold. I'll copy trade those. But then I wish they kind of allowed you to trade. Like, dude, man, that's just so stupid. I should be able to trade 5 micro contracts in a 50K, man. One contract on gold is just not, that's not enough. So it's like, well, maybe not. I don't want to trade. I really don't want big accounts anymore. I'm tired of trading big accounts. I don't want to make $9,000 just for a payout. I'm done with that. I'm just sticking with the smaller accounts moving forward. I'm not buying any account bigger than a 50K. Because all that money that I'm making, all it takes is one bad day and it's gone. So I'm done with the big accounts. I'm not buying them. If I buy a direct account, it will be a 50K. I don't care price wise how much sense it makes to get the bigger account. I don't care. I just don't want to make all that money anymore. No, I'm not going back to Apex. Apex has taken a lot of my money already. And then they've restricted the medals altogether, and I don't think they're going to bring them back. So there's no point going back to Apex. I don't ever take those accounts seriously. The trailing drawdown forces me to gamble. I guess if I get a smaller account, I think because I like to get the 300Ks, I think that's, well, I don't have to think. That is the reason why I don't want to trade with Apex, because all I do is get the 300K accounts, and those 20K profit targets are just, I'm making 20K and I'm not getting paid out, so I don't want to do that anymore. My goal is to make the least amount of money and get the biggest payout possible moving forward. If I do the 50Ks, because I know Apex is doing a 30 or 90% off. If I get a 50K account, that's like what, $18. But they've restricted the medals, so I'm not trading Nasdaq on no damn Apex. I'm not trading Nasdaq at all. And then I gotta hope they drop a deal on the lifetime license instead of the subscription. I guess I could do that strategy that everybody's doing with the 20 accounts and copy trading 1 or 2 contracts on them, but I don't want to do that. They might as well make you a spokesperson over at TPT, Alfred. I mean, they paid you so much. They should reach out to you and was like, yeah. Or maybe they have, and you're secretly the spokesperson now. I'm not supposed to disclose that information, but it's that stupid trailing drawdown, and you know. It's expensive for a trailing drawdown account. It's just expensive. I prefer just to do the second phase, because I thought about this, and if the futures trading desk can keep Top Step X, I will continue to trade with them. I will prefer to get, because I mean, with the static account, all I have to do is trade an extra. If I trade the way I'm supposed to trade, I can probably get this done in a month, and I would have to dedicate that for a month. And then with the daily payouts, I know that I'm gonna have $6,000 of static drawdown for a daily payout account, and I prefer to go that route, because if I do it the other way, With that trailing drawdown, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It's just that, I mean, I would have to change how I trade. I'd have to change it. And I don't know if I can do that. All right, so gold is actually about to take out that high. We'll see if it actually breaks through that high at we'll see. We might get a pullback here actually. So there's a high at 21.4. 21.4. Is that previous high. That previous swing high. So we'll see if the market actually breaks. And then there's an order block there too. So this is the high and it's an order block here. Draw that out. $21,400. 5,008. All right, so let's see what the market does here. I mean, I'm interested to see how the market is going to respond at this area. And if you can get a decent pullback trade, shit. Okay, so it looks like everything is just, huh. Yo, for all the bears that's trying to short the Nasdaq right now, rest in peace. All right, so we're getting that stop run above this high right here. This was that old high. This was this old order block where the market broke structure to the downside, creating that low. And now we're seeing price just run through it. So I wonder what that means. But we all know that breakouts usually tend to, we all know that breakouts usually tend to fail. So we gotta have to be careful around this area. They did break through that order block, but we have to be mindful here. Then it created a fair value gap on the 5-minute too. So this whole leg is don't try to short this, because there's fair value gaps going all up and down this impulsive leg. But if we get a pullback back to I'm looking at an area at hold on, let me look at it. Yeah, so I'm looking at somewhere around 54 for an entry if we get a pullback, because I do believe that that's probably where the market is going to probably pull back to. I mean, we did see the market continue because we got this impulsive leg, we got a slight pullback, and then we got this second impulsive leg. So this could be considered a big two-legged pullback right here. Where the hell's my arrow at? That's not what I'm looking for. Okay. All right. Yeah, I guess it's just one of those days today. All right. So you got the market grinding higher, and then we got a slight pullback. We got a slight pullback, and then we're seeing a continuation. I don't know how to feel about this because technically, it didn't pull back to at least the 50%. It didn't pull back to prior structure. So I don't know. I don't know if we see a pullback into something like this, and then maybe a retest at a high, and then maybe a break of structure down, or if the market is just going to crash out and go to those orders, those unfilled orders that's sitting right there. That's always the hard part about these impulsive moves. It's always the hard part. So I guess we'll see though. I mean, I guess I'll do three contracts. Mm-hmm. Nice. Okay. Mm. There must be something in the wow, okay, we finally got, is that a top? We finally got a top. We finally got a top on gold. Hmm. Are we gonna see it crash out or what? That's the question. I'm about to crash out. All right, so this is gonna be a tough one. Does it come back and take out that low at 68? Or does it bounce and do we see a continuation? That's the question. We taken out We're about to see a failed breakout here. I mean, unless the market can hold this area, unless we can see a bounce and a continuation, this would be considered a failed breakout. And then we could see the market come crashing right back down. Man, that's a tough one. This is a tough one for sure. What more do you want from me? Okay. Man, that's a tough one, man. It's a tough one. Mm. Okay, so. All right. All right, so 77. Let me see. 77, 81. Such. I mean, there's fair value gaps all up and down this thing, though. This will be tough. This would definitely be tough. 80, 86. Okay. Okay. Well, yeah, it's definitely one of those days today. I don't think we're going to get a clean entry. And if it is, it's going to probably be fast. I mean, I guess in hindsight, this was a good entry, I guess. It did bounce at the 50% of this range. And now we're seeing a continuation, at least a retest of this high. Mm. Well, I guess that answers the question. It's an order block right there. 694. That's an order block. Mm. Okay. I want to mark out the current trading range right now so y'all guys can know. So there's kind of I'm looking at two. I'm looking at two ranges right now. So my current trading range that I got marked out on my chart right now is are these highs right here. And I got this low. Or where's that 68? Yeah, this low right here. It's the current trading range that I'm looking at. So there's a lot of, but a previous range I was looking at was this high and this low right here. We got the pullback and we got the break of this high. And we got the continuation. So 688. All right, so that's the current low. This is the current high. 58. Okay. So that's that high. All right, so we got our range. So we have an area that we can pay attention to right now. As long as price stays above this low, we have to respect the longs. Not we shouldn't even consider shorts until either we see a break of structure and a pullback, which could still get bought up, but you kind of want to see the market try, fail, pull back into their failure, and then look for that short. So this internal liquidity inside of this range, we have to pay attention to it. Now, if we see another breakout, we would have to be patient still. Oh shit, we broke 25K on the Nasdaq. Well, Well, Investor Z. Hmm. Well, there's definitely some legitimacy in this initial balance for the Nasdaq. There is definitely some legitimacy here. Uh, you don't need to take my word for it. You can just see it for yourself. Mm, think I think a 15-minute fair value gap would be very powerful, wouldn't you think? Let me see how it would look with all of that on the chart. I have to actually just clean this up a lot. So let me just do that now. Let me just do that now. So I don't want the historical, I just want the present. I don't want to see all that internal order blocks. Actually, I may not even want to see the order blocks at all. No. If it kind of clashes with the fair value gaps, then we'll take the order blocks off. Okay. I'll take the order blocks off because I don't even trust order blocks on the Nasdaq like that. So the Nasdaq is about to come into a 15-minute fair value gap, which in my opinion, I think those fair value gaps, 15-minute fair value gaps, should be somewhat respected. Shit, if you took this fair value gap trade, so if you got in at the 50%, he was only 20. Oh shit, never mind. Never mind. Let's look at the 5-minute. Okay, better. I think that's better. Okay. So this would have been a decent trade. That would have been a great trade right there. Not only like, dude, this actually, so I think this is what ICT traders will call a unicorn model. Not necessarily that there's a fair value gap in an order block, but there's a fair value gap lining up with the 50% of the initial balance. So here's what we'll do. Here's what we do. I kind of abandoned the orb. I kind of abandoned that strategy. I like to trade the 50% of the orb. I don't like to even look for an orb breakout anymore because it's just so iffy. That 50% on the orb is pretty decent. So yeah, okay. And actually, let me see, 848. Oh, okay. So that's the orb. So what? Oh, so hold on. What happened to the initial? I kind of wish that top set would just herb and put an orb indicator on there, so I don't have to keep switching between. Hold on, did this happen already? I think that's yesterday. No, that's today. No, that's the 17th. Oh yeah, or it's not even done yet. It's not even done. Yeah, it's not even done. Yeah, it's not even done. Yeah, the initial balance. I think we got 3 more minutes. Got 3 more minutes. That was yesterday. So shit. I mean, so I only use the initial balance on the Nasdaq. I don't necessarily pay attention to it on silver or gold. I feel that if you pay more attention to the measured moves, you'll be profitable. I'm starting to see that the 5-minute chart is probably the most accurate in terms of fair value gaps and structure. I know I previously, just like Alfred, used the 3-minute, but this is the 5-minute, and this is what the 3-minute looks like. You're not getting the same information, so I think, and I'm gonna test out the 5-minute. I'm gonna test it out because now I'm starting to really see fair value gaps as not necessarily an indication to get in. I'll probably still use like the 50% of a fair value gap to get in. But what I want to use fair value gaps is to tell me we're seeing so much momentum that I shouldn't even think about getting in short because of all these unfilled buy orders. Because that's what fair value gaps are. These orders have not been filled, and price can potentially come back and try to fill these orders. But you kind of want to be smart about the fair value gaps that you take. This fair value gap would be more desirable than this one because it's at least the 50%. At least the 50%. Oh shit. Of this impulsive leg. And that's what you're really looking for. That's what you're really looking for. You don't want to take every fair value gap, but you kind of want to take the ones that line up. Actually, let me just do this because this is going to get annoying. Let me just do this. Okay, so all right. Okay. Yeah, so this will probably be a really good. Oh shit, look at that. Do we got a unicorn right now, guys? Yeah, I think we got a unicorn. We got a fair value gap lining up with the 50%, lining up with the 50% of the initial balance. Obviously. So it's the 50% of the initial balance, 50% of the impulsive leg, and then a fair value gap is lining up. Guys, okay. We're gonna take this trade. We're gonna take it. So 9. Let's see. Shit, that's if we even see the pullback here. Okay. So 912, huh? 912. 912. Okay. All right. Well, shit, let's do it. Let's do it, baby. Let's do it. Let's do it, baby. Let's do it. Okay. So 915, where is that at? 915. I mean, we could see a potential move all the way back down. So this is what I'll do. 915, 75. I'm gonna buy 5. And then probably like 905. 75. We'll probably buy like another 5 right there. Yeah, there we go. There we go. You said it's the first 30 minutes, and you said that at least that's the classical imbalance based on TPO. Yeah, I wouldn't be 100% on that. I mean, you can always ask the AI tool. Yeah, let's do that. Let's ask the AI tool, and let's ask ChatGPT. I already got my orders set right there, Investor Z. So I got it at the 50% at 15, and then I kind of have it at the bottom of this range at 905. So we'll see. If we can find consistency on this on the Nasdaq, I mean that's all I'm looking for with the Nasdaq is just some consistency somewhere. That's it. I just want I don't mind copy trading the Nasdaq and only trading like what I don't know, like 3 accounts, or not 3 accounts, 3 micro contracts across all 3. I don't mind doing that. But there just has to be some consistency where the odds are in my favor, because I don't trade to be a liquidity donation to the market. I try to, whenever I take a trade, I want other people to be liquidity and for me to take their money. That's my whole idea. I think we all come to the market with that same goal, but somehow, some way, I guess we have to become liquidity sometime, right? But okay, so I'm still on the fence about whether I should use the 15%, or I'm not the 50%, the 15-minute or the hourly. You know what? Maybe I should just do the 15-minute. I just keep it on the 15-minute and don't mess with it. Yeah, just don't mess with it. Just keep it on the 15-minute. Just keep changing and try to be cute about things. Because it missed that gamma level. Yeah, it completely missed it. It got this one, but it completely missed that gamma level. So it looks like they're sweeping puts. They're sweeping puts right now. I don't know what that means. Are we about to see a drop? Are we about to see a drop here on the Nasdaq? You know, I hate the fact that they just kind of force you to see. Okay. I think that's clear for everybody. And then we can always look at the no, honestly, I don't necessarily care for the volume. Don't care about the volume. So I can basically just take that off the chart. It's not like I'm using volume to make my decisions anyway. Okay. Oh yeah, we definitely go higher. We broke structure to the upside. We definitely go higher. It's just waiting for that pullback. That is the question. Waiting for that pullback. Yeah, we definitely broke structure, so we're definitely going to see a pullback. Now, if it continues to go higher, and then because I think we do have a, I think there is a fair value gap up here on the 15-minute. Yeah, like there's a fair value gaps up here. Fair value gaps. Fair value gaps. I wonder why these aren't stretching out. I got that's a 15-minute. Oh, okay, that's a 15-minute. Okay. Yeah, we got some 15-minute fair value gaps coming up. Okay, I'm gonna get this right. So what I want to do with this chart is I don't want to see the initial balance. What I want to see on this one are just the fair value gaps. I don't want to see the order blocks. I don't want to see any of that. I just want to see the actually I don't want to see the internal order blocks. But no. I just want to see the fair value gaps. Just want to see the present. I don't want to see the order blocks. I want to see the 15-minute fair value gaps. So we know. Okay. Okay. All right, so these are the 15-minute fair value gaps right here. So I guess we'll see if the market comes back and we see a rejection from these areas. I mean, just because these gaps are here, that doesn't necessarily mean the market has to respond at these areas. These are just unfilled sell orders here. That's all. Well, there's potentially unfilled sell orders. I think I have to be clear about that. Just because there's a fair value gap here doesn't mean that those orders are still sitting there. We do got a bearish gamma level coming up at 610 on the Qs here. So, and as I said before, I mean, we do have some puts coming in. We do have some puts, but these puts are being sold but these puts are being bought. This one is being sold. So block orders. Let me see if I can, or just see the sweeps only. Want to see sweeps. I want to look at for the end of the week. We're not trading options here. Okay, let's see how that looks. All right, so all I want to see is sweep. All I want to see is aggression. That's all I want to see here. All right, so for some reason we're starting to see a lot of the flow starting to become bearish, but it doesn't mean anything. We're starting to see people write calls, which is bearish. So this participant believes that price won't trade over 606 before these contracts expires today. So we'll see if that happens. We'll see. Even though the market is at 608, so they bought 606. So they believe that. So this market participant believes that price is going to close or actually get underneath 606. So they believe these drop right here before the end of the day, which I don't know, man. Okay, so I guess if they're looking at the gamma levels, then yeah, I guess. But I doubt it. I doubt it. I doubt it. I think this thing continues to go up here. Okay. Well, I mean, I guess, yeah, I guess. We'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see. But I already have my limit set on the Nasdaq for the 50% initial balance. Let me see if I can make this a lot, because these lines are horrible. Trend line, level lines. Okay. You can probably see like a retest right there. Okay. So we'll see. We'll see if the market if we'll see a drop in the market being nice to me here. We'll see. I wonder if this is inducement. Oh, I wonder if, okay. I wonder if that's an inducement level right there. I'm talking about on gold. I wonder if well, no, I have to. Uh, uh, mm. Uh, Okay. Okay. You know, these types of days are usually tough. The market is going up. Either you have to be super aggressive or you have to be in front of your charts at the right time and get in and hope for the best. We're not seeing anything on the Nasdaq, or we're not seeing anything on gold. This thing is just grinding higher. It's dangerous to get up here. As soon as you get in up here, we already know what's going to happen. As soon as you get into this damn thing. Silver's not doing nothing still. Now, let's see. Hey, what's up, Santiago? Yeah, we have the minutes today. We have the minutes coming out. That's probably why we're seeing such a move right now on everything. I put my hooks in her. Now she got love in the south. Second the styrofoam's up out of door. They didn't let me back in, so you know you in trouble. And I need some more. You say you put a limit at the break of the range? What are you looking for? I'm assuming you're talking about the Nasdaq. The Nasdaq is coming into that 15-minute fair value gap. It is coming into it. So it's a gap between 195 and 121. 195, 121. So we have a 74-point gap coming up on the Nasdaq here. We'll see. Well, you know what? Moving forward, I would just only pay attention to the 50% of that gap. I think that's like the only place that really matters. So 157 is the 50% of a 15-minute fair value gap. So we'll see. I mean, I guess it could. I mean, felt like it could. That's probably, yeah. Yeah, I just saw that. That's probably. You think so, Santiago? I'll say that on the Nasdaq, I definitely agree. You say you haven't been trading much? Yeah, silver slowed down a lot. Gold has slowed down a lot, but it still kind of moved like she's the Nasdaq. Nasdaq has just been Nasdaq being Nasdaq, I guess. You say you learned to stay away? Yeah, I definitely agree with that. There are days that I would prefer not to trade. I do have days like that, but I show up every day. So I had to get over that really quick. Well, actually, let me rephrase that. It's not necessarily getting over it. I just have to deal with it. But there's definitely days where it's like, man, I don't see anything on the chart. Like today, everything is slow. If you miss the setup, if you miss the safer trades, you have to take the more aggressive ones. I'm not going to ever get in the habit of chasing a trend. I'm breaking the habit of trading counter trend, especially in these updated market. I mean, previously, trading counter trend was probably more lucrative because supply and demand were both respected. But in these markets nowadays, you really have to trade with the current structure of the market. You really have to trade with this leg and disregard what happened in this leg. Because you can see that the market is just, I guess the Nasdaq is stalling at this range because this is a range. We did see a break, but it looks like the Nasdaq is just going to eat right through it. So I've learned that I just have to ignore what happened in the past and only focus what's going on in the present. If it's not immediately to the left, then I've just learned to disregard it. I've just learned, because if they really wanted to sell at this level, this thing would have been sold already. Yeah, I mean, that's definitely true. And you've only taken 5 trades for 18 days into the month. You've only taken 5 trades. Wow. Dump it. He's out. He went all in. What's happening? Dump it. You got 2 big wins that offset the 3 losses? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, unfortunately, man. If anybody was able to find a good setup in this, do not take that lightly. There was nothing. There was no A+ setup today. This thing trended, so because it grinded higher, you know that it's gonna come down the same way. We know that it's gonna come down the same way. You said it's struggling at the top of this range. I mean, yeah, because well, let me show it to you on the chart. We're about, like, dude, it's about to tap into that 15-minute fair value gap right there. It's about to tap right into it, so I don't know. We'll see what it does. This fair value gap is about at the 50% of this leg. Yeah, so yeah, the fair value gap is about at the 50%. Really at the 618. So I mean, I guess this fair value gap is in premium, but it's on the lower end of premium. So I guess if we see a rejection here, it'll probably pull back into like an area right here potentially. But you got a 50 on the ES. So dump it. I mean, I guess realistically, the impulse leg probably is actually right here. That's probably the impulse leg right there. Because that's the leg that technically breaks structure. This is why I don't like these little cotton candy. I don't like this. I'll stick to Yes, that's not what we do. episode. A bit. Mm. Hmm. Interesting, 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 interesting. That's like 40 points right there. That's 40 points. I guess I did bounce there though. That does nothing for me. Okay. My bad. Santiago says the 4 hour. You talk about the 4 hour on the NQ. You said I think it's a good chance the NQ touches the 50 and ES touches the 25. If so, you'll go short. The 4 hour. You said 25,275. And look at we got a 4 hour fair value gap. Yeah. 257. Yeah, that's literally the top of this fair value gap right there. And the way this 4 hour candle is looking, this thing doesn't look like it wants to short anytime soon. So yeah, you talk about this wick. Actually, let me do this. You're talking about these two wicks right here, right? And you're talking about the 50% of those two wicks right there. Somewhere like that. Let's do this. That's a good range right there. Okay. Yep, I mean, it lines up right there at the bottom of that fair value gap. So that 4 hour fair value gap, mind you. So that could be a very good, that could be a decent spot right there to get short at. Hmm. Okay. You actually bought it? Okay. Yeah, gold is just being nasty. It's not doing anything. Same thing with the Nasdaq. So I mean, all the instruments right now, I don't know what the hell is going on. I'm gonna pull these orders though. I'm not going to. Well, we'll see. I guess I'll keep them on the chart. I will set my alarm. I'll keep them on the chart until we get the inflationary data and the market can digest what is being said at the or at least at the minutes, the FOMC meeting minutes. So we're going to take a look at the order flow. We have a lot. I mean, we do have a lot of people sweeping puts though. That's interesting that we're seeing a lot of people sweeping puts. We do have people writing puts, but they're definitely buying more. I mean, we're seeing, well, actually, writing puts is bullish as well. Well, okay, let me take that back. When you write puts, that's bullish. When you write calls, that's bearish. I mean, we did see a sweep of calls as the market was going higher. So we saw, well, actually, we see a lot of people writing calls. Huh. That was interesting. At 10:36 or 10:06, we were seeing a lot of people writing calls. That's interesting. This must be like a hedge or something. They must be hedging. Hmm. Yeah, so we're seeing a lot of mixed data right now. So we're not necessarily seeing a lot. Yeah, I probably need to set like a. Mm. You know what? I think. Mm, think I think we can, but it'll probably get. I'm not shorting it. I'm not gonna short it. I'm not shorting it. I'm not gonna short it. I'm not gonna short it. But man, does that look tempting to short? That looks super tempting to short. That looks super tempting. You know what, man? That looks super tempting to short right there. Super tempting to short. I'm gonna short it. I'm shorting it. I'm shorting. No. I'm shorting. Hmm. You know what? Let me take this off. I only got 8 more minutes. I only have 8 more minutes. Yeah, Santiago, I'm not gonna short. Yeah, it does. It feels bearish, but the bears are not following through whatsoever. We're not seeing any follow through. You say you're about to start looking at the 30-minute orb. Why so, Investor Z? Mm. Hold on, guys. Give me 1 second. Hmm. Oh, so you want to trade the 30-minute and initial balance? Yeah. Okay. Hmm. Hmm. I'm still on the fence about the five. I think the 5 minutes probably, or the 3 minutes probably better on silver because the 5 minute gives. I mean, shit, it's almost night and day on this thing. 76290. Okay. Well, we definitely tried today. We definitely tried. Uh, uh. Oh, we're not trading NQ. This is on Top Step. This is on Top Step. And yeah, a lot of the prop firms of well, solo trades, it's funny. It's absolutely funny. During the same week when I said that we're not going back to NQ, that's the same week that Top Step and majority of the firms killed the metals by limiting the amount of contracts that you can trade per the size of the account, or just outright banning them altogether, which forces a lot of NQ traders that jump ship to go to gold or silver to come back to the NQ so they can start blowing these accounts again. The NQ makes the most money for these firms. I mean, we should know that by now. We should know that by now. So I still trade silver, but silver is just so slow. I gotta set limits. It's so slow, man. Top Step has limited the amount of contracts that I can trade on silver. So now I'm really down to just a one contract position, because that's all I can trade. And it sucks, man. It sucks. I'm not rich. I'm well off. Not rich yet. I can't go to... Well, I wouldn't do that. I'm not gonna say that. But I'm well off. But okay, guys. That's it for me today. Unfortunately, if you missed the only pullback that the market presented, which was a gamble, you probably have to pack it up and come back tomorrow, because I mean, we do have the FOMC minutes coming out. We could see a very big volatile move at that time. That's probably what the market is waiting for, actually. So I guess all we can do is just kind of review the charts, see what we can do better next time, and we'll just come back tomorrow or come back later on tonight. But I do appreciate everybody that joined. We'll definitely come back later on tonight, and we'll definitely look for more opportunities to earn some more money. And with that said, peace out, everybody, and keep